my son was flown here on the Westpac helicopter by the Nets at 12 hours old. His condition, which they're not convinced is the only thing going on, is extremely rare. There's 200 known cases worldwide. It's a big word. It's called bilateral pericivilian polymicrogyra, which basically means lifetime epilepsy, development delays and affects your speech.
So Isla lost a lot of her bowel. She hasn't got a lot of intestine left.
She had a condition called gastroschisis, which turned into short gut.
So it wasn't until after her delivery that she had her first operation.
She's had 3 operations since then.
Our child was born with gastroschisis, which is a condition where his intestines are outside of his body when he was born.
Found out about the family room when we were going to NICU and speaking to the nurses there.
I had no idea that it was here before we were told about it and told to come down and have a look and check it out. And yeah, it is pretty important to actually have somewhere to get away. It can get pretty emotional, especially up in intensive care with the babies. Every now and then you need a break. It's just a bit hard to take it all in sometimes.
The very first few weeks, the first few months are vital, the brain's developing and everything's happening, so yeah, the closer you can be, as far as I'm concerned, the better. If you're under the same roof, wonderful. If you're only a door or two away, that's even better. I wouldn't leave his side. If there was somewhere there to sleep properly, just a room away, it would be amazing. It would put some reassurance that, if something went wrong with your baby, you would be notified straight away. There were several occasions where I did go back to Ronald McDonald house for a sleep overnight or something, and the next morning I would come and he would go from level 2 to level 3 because he'd had a seizure overnight. Whereas if there was a room there, I could stay there and I would be right there.
I guess during this hospital stay, we've kind of just put our lives on hold. So for us, we use the family room just to come and relax, I guess. It gives you a bit of time off the ward. It's good to bring family out here because on the ward you don't have enough chairs to sit everyone down. So you often just stand around in there. So it's a good place. If we can bring Isla out, we can come out to the family room and relax.
I'd call it a sanctuary. It's very peaceful. There's no beeping. There's too many beeps all the time with all the machines and things, so it's nice and quiet.
Somewhere to come and chill when my husband and 3-year-old daughter come, away from all the horrible things that you see on the wards and the NICU and everything. It's just a break away from the hospital. It's a home within the hospital, basically. The family room made it so much easier, but if there was a family room in the NICU, it would have been amazing. Yeah, would have made the situation a lot easier. If there was something closer, I probably would have appreciated having a sleep. I don't know how many times I fell asleep in the chair up there, right beside him. I wouldn't leave his side. If there was somewhere there to sleep properly, just a room away, it would be amazing. It would put some reassurance that, if something went wrong with your baby, you would be notified straight away. There were several occasions where I did go back to Ronald McDonald house for a sleep overnight or something, and the next morning I would come and he would go from level 2 to level 3 because he'd had a seizure overnight. Whereas if there was a room there, I could stay there and I would be right there while they're moving him, while things are happening.
It is really hard to be away from our child when he is up there and being taken care of by nurses, and it does feel a lot like the nurses are looking after him when we're not there rather than us. It would be nice to be able to just step away somewhere really close by, so it wasn't so much like we had to leave him all the time.
Yeah. Where you could have a moment.
You never think that this situation's going to happen to you. Be like you never think your baby's going to have a chronic illness and you're going to be put in this situation, and just the volunteers, the room, it all just makes it that little bit easier. Makes you survive each day. A hot shower each day gets me through. So without the hot shower or cup of coffee or clean clothes, I'd be just hitting rock bottom every day. It's been horrible. It's just horrible. Don't wish it upon anyone. It's just horrible. My little boy is he just fights every day, and he's a little champion, and just every day I just look at him and just keep going. You know, there's no light at the end of the tunnel yet, and so just people here are just wonderful. They just help me through every day. They just make you get through a day at a time.